Hello students and welcome to the lecture. So students, as we know that we are covering the financial system, and basically so far we had done with two main topics like the Indian banking system. Okay, Indian banking system, and second one is Reserve Bank of India. Right? We had covered these topics. I hope that you have revised them before you have come for this lecture, because if you are not doing this, then you won't be able to grasp the facts and figures in the proper manner. Alright, so basically in this particular lecture, we are going to start another important series which is known as the Indian stock market. Okay, we will talk about the stock market. However, so far we had just taken an overview of the stock market while we were discussing the lectures regarding the regulators of the stock market. Right? So we had talked about it. But now, basically we are going to start this in a manner that not only we will talk about the stock market, its functioning, its mechanism, trade mechanism, whatsoever, but also we will try to connect the past with the present with the future. Okay, this is our motto, right? And in the previous lectures also we had done the same thing. So in this particular series also we are going to do the same thing. So the topics which we are going to look in this particular series starts with the introduction part. Thereafter we will see the National Stock Exchange. Okay, we will see the Bombay Stock Exchange, the market participants, regulatory framework, trade mechanism, price discovery, clearing and settlement, market instruments, economic roles. Okay, this is an economic roles and conclusion. Okay, so these are the topics we are going to see in this particular series of the Indian stock market. So starting with the introduction part, the stock market refers to the collection of exchanges and markets where activities such as buying, selling and issuance of shares of publicly held companies take place. Provides companies with access to the capital in exchange for giving investors as a slice of ownership in the company. Now, basically about the stock market we had already discussed in the previous lectures. Like I had told you that if we talk about the market, then market is what? Market is basically an platform for buying and selling, right? So basically stock market is also the platform for buying and selling of the shares and securities. Okay, so market is a platform where buying and selling is happen. The stock market is also a platform where buying and selling of the shares and securities are happen. All right, and basically here you can see the word which is written down here. It's a publicly held companies. Like what do you mean by the publicly held companies? Okay, so basically if I am asking you that XYZ is a company, you are now required to identify whether it's a public company or the private company. So how you will do it? Come on, think about it. How you will tell me that it's a public company and it's a private company? So for this, basically there is a one difference only. if private limited written down after the XYZ is a private company. Okay, but if only limited written down, then it is a public company. Okay, so if the XYZ private limited, privately owned, XYZ limited, publicly held company. Okay, one thing clear to you. Now the question is how the companies are classified on the private ownership, or you can say on the publicly held companies ownership. So for this, basically we are required to understand this mechanism, then we could proceed further. All right, so you can say, suppose this is a company, we call it as an XYZ. Okay, so suppose XYZ is basically established by its founders. Okay, for example, the founders are 5 members. All right, and thereafter these 5 members having the relationship with 45 shareholders. Okay, then is a case of public company which having 50 shareholders, including the 5 founders. In such a case, no one outside these 50 shareholders is allowed to put the money in the functioning of XYZ. Okay, so simply language, you can say in the private company, the outsiders are not allowed to participate in the management and the ownership of the company. These 50 shareholders will participate in the management because they had invested their wealth in the functioning of XYZ. But if someone outside these 50 shareholders try to invest the money or try to participate in the management of the XYZ, then this is not possible. Okay, until or unless the person is a employee of the XYZ. Okay, so this is the case of the private limited. Okay, but after some time, what's happened that the XYZ decided that they will allow the general public to invest in their company, or you can say they will invite the more and more shareholders. Then this is the case of the XYZ limited. Why? Because now other players will also participate in the management of the XYZ limited, or you can say in the functioning of the XYZ limited, because they had invested their money. Okay, or in short, you can say until or unless company's equity. What do you mean by equity? I will share the details with you in this lecture only. Okay, so please do not get confused. Equity is basically, you can say, the piece of ownership in simple terms. So in the private company, the equity is only available to its shareholders, its founders, and members. But in the public company, the equity is generally open up for each and everyone who is a participant of this particular stock market. Okay, so you can say whenever any private company allows the general public to purchase the equity of that particular firm through the stock exchange, we called it as an NSE, National Stock Exchange, and BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange, then the company become from private to the limited. Okay, and this is what we called as an publicly held company, because right now it is not only under the membership, or you can say only under the ownership of that founders and the shareholders, but now because the general public also invested their money in it, so that's why now it's a case of general public. Okay, so I hope that these things are clear to you. Correct? And what is the benefit of the company? Like they are inviting the general people to participate in their management and all. What are the benefit of it? Its benefit is the access of the capital in exchange for giving investors a slice of ownership in the company. For example, you can say, suppose this is a company we called an XYZ. Okay, this XYZ is a private limited. Okay, right now they required rupees 50 crores. for their investment, working capital expenses, whatsoever. All right, but it's 50 shareholders are now not capable to arrange these 50 crores. So what will happen? Basically, the XYZ launches the shares at 1 crore. So total shares will be 50 shares. Okay. So this is basically, you can say, the equity. Okay. And the one who will get this equity or to purchase the equity will require to pay the 1 crore as by the price of each share and will be the participatory of the ownership. Got it? That's how the system works. In the further course, we will learn about it in a more comfortable way. Till then, just remember, company gets the amount from the public gets the equity in the company. That is a mutual trust. Okay. Now, thereafter, after finishing the introduction, we have the National Stock Exchange. Okay. So before proceeding the National Exchange or Stock Exchange, let me tell you one thing very clearly. Basically, it was established in the year of 1992. Okay. But it became fully functional in the year of 1993. This thing, make sure clear in your mind. Established in 1992, became functional in 1994. Sorry. Got it? So National Stock Exchange, this one. Now let's start. National Stock Exchange or NSE is one of the major stock exchange in India, playing a crucial role in the country's financial market. Okay. So basically you can say National Stock Exchange, it's basically lies, its headquarters lies at which place? Lies at Mumbai. Okay. Or you can call it as a financial capital of India. All right. And it having the crucial role in the country's financial market, how we will see. But first we will see that National Stock Exchange technology. The NSE uses the National Exchange for Automated Trading System, in short known as the NEAT, which is a state-of-the-art electronic trading platform. NEAT enables fast, efficient and transparent trading of securities, provides features such as real-time market data, order matching and the trade confirmation. Okay, so basically you can say National Stock Exchange having its state-of-the-art class technology, which is known as the NEAT, or we call it as a National Exchange for Automated Trading. Okay, what is the functioning of the NEAT, you can say, and why it is important? So if we try to track it down, basically you can see that this is an electronic trading platform. What do you mean by it? Basically it is an digital platform. Okay, that's why it is a fast, it is an efficient and it is a transparent trading of securities. Fast because it is easy to search for the details, to feed up the details, to analyze the details, because you are not required to do the paperwork. Efficient because when we do the paperwork, there are chances that maybe the paper will lost, maybe the paper will damage, but when the things are in the digital form, this loss is not available. Transparent trading, if you talk about it, so basically you can say when the things are on paper, okay, the things could be changed. For example, suppose, let me give you an example. This is your mark sheet or your class test or whatever. You get 14 out of 20. Okay, so this is on paper. All right. If you change it from 40 to 20, then you could change it because it is in paper. But a similar thing is in the or is on the website. All right, and on website it is showing that you score 14 out of 20. Now are you able to change it? No. Okay, that's why digitalization brings a revolution. Because it's not only makes the thing fast, efficient, but also makes the things transparent, because nowadays it is hard to change the things or the details on you can say technology platform. Okay, but in the NEET there are three types of trade. Three types of trade which we should understand. Okay, these three types are known as the first type is normal market. Okay, second type is odd lot market. Okay, third type is auction market. Okay, so these are the three trade types of the technology of NEET. National Electronic Automated Trading. So what are these market segments and how they work? This is required to be understood. So let's start with the first one, which is known as the normal market. Okay, so basically you can say normal market is basically concludes all orders which are in value of regular lot size or the multiples. Okay, classified as regular lot orders. Okay, thereafter special terms. All right, thereafter the negotiated trades, and stop lot trading. Okay, so this is the normal market. This comprise all orders which are in value of regular lot size or multiples, and these are basically classified as a regular lot order, special terms, negotiated orders, and the stop lot trading. Okay, however, you are not required to go into much deeper form so that you start understanding these areas, but you are required to be on the surface layer and deep enough so that you could score the good marks in your examination. Okay, so just keep the definition in your mind. All orders which are in value of the regular lot size or the multiples, and these having four classification: regular lot orders, special terms, negotiated orders, and the stop lot trading. Got it? Thereafter, the third form is the odd lot market. Okay, so what do you mean by odd lot market? Let's understand. All orders which are in value of less than regular lot are called odd lot orders. Okay, not having any value associated with it. Okay, or you can say not having any special terms attributed with it. So this is called the odd lot market. All orders which are in value less than regular lot are called odd lot orders, not having any special terms attributed with it. Okay, so generally these orders basically having the value lesser than the regular lot size or the multiples. Okay, and like the normal market can carry the multiples like the regular lot orders, special terms, negotiated orders, and the stop lot tradings. Odd lot market generally not having any such kind of terms, so that's why it is written down here. It's not having any special terms attributed with it. Okay, but now third market form is basically called as auction market. So what do you mean by the auction market? This is the foremost important term. Okay, auction market is basically bid process involved in buying and selling of the shares or stocks. Okay, so as by the name you could conclude that if the auction is written down here, it means that it's a bid process. Okay, and about auctions we had already discussed in the previous lectures, so that's why I'm not going to start on it, but here I have given you an overview that the auction market is basically the bid process based market which involves the buying and selling of the shares or stocks on the basis of bid process. Comprises three terms. Okay, like 1, 2, 3. Okay, the first term is the initiator. Okay, second one is the competitor. Third one is the solitaire. Okay, and this is important to not only keep the terms name in your mind but also understand the meaning of them. All right, so if we go with these ones, the first one is the initiator. Okay, so by the name only you could conclude that what is the meaning of initiator. It means the one who initiated, right? So one who initiate the process of auction is called as the initiator. Means company wants to sell the shares in the market. This is called the initiator. I will explain you in the detail form. Right now just I am writing down the definition so that you could get the basic information. After initiator, what we have the competitor. So what do you mean by the competitor? Basically one who wants the same thing as the initiator. Okay, means company or party wants to buy the shares selling by the initiator. Okay, Now the third one. Third one is known as the solicitor. Okay, so what is the solicitor? One who in opposite of the initiator, means doing or selling the same asset as the initiator. All right, so these are the three main players of the auction market. So if we talk about the first one is the initiator. So by its name you could conclude that it is the one who initiates the process of action, and you can say basically it's a company which wants to sell the shares in the market on the basis of bid. Okay, competitor. What do you mean by the word competition? Competition means that some of the players, or you can say many players, are competing for the same thing, or you can say working for the same thing to get the thing. Okay, then it's a competitor. One who wants the same thing as the initiator. Company or party wants to buy the shares selling by the initiator. The one is selling the shares, the another one is want to buy the shares. Okay, solicitor. It is the one who in opposite of the initiator, means doing or selling the same asset as the initiator. So you can say if the initiator is basically selling X, okay, competitor will be in race to buy the X, but solicitor will be in the race to sell the X. Okay, so basically it is to balance the ratio. Okay, because if you have ever seen the auction, what's here, there are so many options, there are so many competitors and the bidders. Thereafter the things come one by one and the bidders has to you can say raise the price, right? Similar thing happen here. If only the one party is offering the asset or the thing, then there is totally inclined towards that area. All right, so that's why to balance this kind of situation, solicitor also sells the same you can say asset as being sold by the initiator, and the competitor has to compete with each other to make the better price for the bid. Okay, so here we had completed the NEET. All right, we had seen the NEET market forms like the normal market, odd lot market, auction market. We had seen the definition. Normal market is the all orders which are in value of regular lot size or multiples, and these are classified into 4 bases: regular lot orders, special terms, negotiated orders, and the stop lot tradings. We had seen the odd lot market. These are all orders which are in value of less than regular lot and called odd lot orders. Okay, and they do not having any special terms which are attributed with them or attributed to it. Okay, thereafter we had seen the auction market. Basically it is a bid process involved in buying and selling of the shares or the stocks, comprises the 3 terms: initiators, the competitors, and the solicitors. And we had discussed them one by one here, that initiator who initiates the process of auction, company wants to sell the shares in the market, let's X. Competitor, the one who wants the same thing as the initiator, company or party wants to buy the shares selling by the initiator. Solicitor, one who in opposite of the initiator, means doing or selling the same asset as the initiator. Okay, so this is the National Stock Exchange technology. Okay, so students, basically in this lecture we had discussed about the stock market introduction. We had taken some facts and figures of the National Stock Exchange. In the next lecture we will continue from here. All right, and we will try to grasp more facts and figures regarding the National Stock Exchange and other things. Till then, it's my humble request to you, just make sure you revise all the facts and figures in the proper manner, because as we had just taken example of this particular area, so here only we had discussed many terms like normal market, odd lot market, auction market. Okay, we had go by the definitions, even we had seen the minute details and all right, and we had discussed this kind of example. So if you are not revising them on the regular basis, you won't be able to grasp the fact or keep the facts in your mind for the long term, and this will be harmful in your examination. So please make sure you revise all the facts and figures on the regular basis. All right, so with this note, let's end this lecture, and thank you.